Hey guys, welcome to Module 3. I hope you're having fun with all the modules that has been uploaded so far. This Module 3 will be looking at typing and keyboard skills. So we've looked at what a computer is. We've looked at getting comfortable with the operating system. So that's module 1 and 2. So module 3 will go a step further on looking at typing and enjoying your keyboard while you type. So there are there are actually skills to typing. Um, so you don't want to be that kind of type type writer that constantly look at your keyboard while you look for keys to punch in. If you follow this skill, you get fast adaptability with using your keyboard. But the secret to this is practice. You have to practice. If it's 10 minutes a day, if it's 5 minutes you have to spare, there are websites you can just sign up and practice regularly. So by doing this, you will begin to get used to your keyboards and where these different keys are. So let us quickly dive into this. So we already know that the keyboard is one of the hardwares that makes up the computer system, and it's hardware because you can feel it, you can touch it. So basically, that's what the keyboard is. And we'll be looking at how to place your hands. So if you want to build confidence, you have to learn how to position your hands. So if you look at my display, my presentation, you see how the fingers is actually placed on the keyboard. So the two thumbs, it's positioned in a way that it is resting on the space bar. Then if you look at the four fingers on each hand, you see how they are placed on the ASDF, JK, L, and the semicolon keys. So your hands will be those fingers will be resting on these keys. You are not pressing them, but that is how to position your hands when you are using a keyboard. So you can easily move those fingers upwards if you want to reach the keys above, and you can easily move them downwards if you have to reach the keys below, in that order. So when you practice this more often, you will increase your accuracy, you will increase your speed. So these fingers will be positioned in this manner, and this row. So from A to semicolon, it's a row. If you look at a table, you have the column, you have the rows. So the rows represent the A to semicolon because of the straight line from left to right. So that is how you position your hand when typing. So for the left hand, we already established that it is the from the A to F. So your little pinky finger would be resting on the A key. Then your ring finger will be on the S key. Your middle finger will be on the D key. And your index finger will be on the F key. So the pinky finger will be on the A key. The ring finger will be on the S key, middle finger will be on the D key, and the index will be on the F key. Same thing applies to the right. So the index in this case will be on the J key. The middle finger will be on the K key. The ring finger will be on the left key, while the little pinky finger will be on the semicolon key. So if you can have this in mind all the time, you will not have problem with typing. So this should be your default. Like anytime you place your hand on your keyboard, your hand should constantly be like this on your keyboard, even though you are not pressing on anything, but it should be on that position, on that arrangement, on top of those keys. So that way you can easily manipulate your keys and you can type faster with speed and accuracy. Then your two thumbs will be resting on the space bar. That's the big key. From, if you look at my presentation, the big white key, that's the space key. So your two thumbs will be positioned in a way that they will be resting on the big bar. So just take a look at it and try to position your hand on your keyboard as well. And yes, so that's basically how you position your hand. I was also going to talk about some shortcuts, which I believe you would be interested in, but for the purpose of this course, or for this session and the scope of this study, I would not be telling you to focus on shortcuts for now. Just try to learn the basic things, then you can get more of the shortcuts, because it will be easier for you to understand what the shortcuts do when you know how to get to the main functions. So if you look at the control key, if you look at your keyboard, you see the CTRL key. So that's the control key. If you hold down control and you press C, it means you are copying. So let me just demonstrate what I'm saying. I'm just going to quickly open a Word document. So I will open a Word document and we will look at an example from that. So the Word document allows you to do a lot of things. You can prepare a letter. You can write a letter on your Word document. You can actually do more than just writing a letter. You can prepare a lot of documents. You format, will go into formatting when the time comes, but for the scope of this module, we'll not be going to formatting. I'm just going to quickly share this. Let me add this document. So we have the Word document. I'm just going to project it. So we have the Word document. Let's say we type hello world. So I can type without paying more attention to my keyboard, rather my screen, because I've been practicing these skills and I have gotten used to it. The more I practice, the more I get used to it. So let's say hello world. My name is Jack. Full stop. So this is where the shortcuts come to play. So let's say the next line, I want to repeat this same phrase, these two phrases. Hello world, my name is Jack. So instead of me to type hello world again, so that's like wasting time. I can just quick go back and highlight. So if I want to highlight this whole sentence, I'm just going to hold down shift, then I will use my up key, the key that has the arrow pointing up. Then I do hold down control C. So I come to the next line, I do control V, I paste it. So I've just copied and pasted it instead of typing. So that helps you when you have to copy a huge volume of words, so many words, so many pages. So you don't have to type, you just Control C. So you highlight what you want to copy, you do Control C, and you do Control V to paste. If you want to cut, let's say you need some information, you want to move some information to another part of the document, you highlight that particular information. So let's highlight, then you do Control X and cut it. Then I can paste it, Control V. So I want to reverse this. So let's say I don't want this particular action, or I computer. You want to save your information to your computer, to any part you want to save it, so that if anything happens, your computer crashes, anything that makes you restart your computer, you are not going back to start afresh. Let's say you are working on a document and you're like 100 pages gone and your system crashes. Those information will not be lost. Because you occasionally you're saving it. So as you progress with working on your document, always Control S, always save it. So that if anything happens, the last saved action, that is where your document will process from. So all your informations will be intact. So that's why it is good practice to always Control S. I had an issue recently at work. I was working on an update. I did not Control S. I didn't save. And voila, the system crashed. Luckily for me, there was an auto save inbuilt protocol that was running on my computer. So I was able to troubleshoot and recover those documents. What if you're not lucky? And these were real-time events. You have to scramble your head, your memory, jog your memory to report those real-time events. That will be very stressful, and it may not be accurate as when you were recording or reporting those documents in real time. So it is important, it is best practice to always Control S. If you forget a lot of things, do not forget Control S. Then you can do a lot of things. You can switch tab. Let's say you have so many windows open. You want to move from one tab to the next tab. You can Control and Tab, and you switch from one tab to the next tab. Control P, you want to print. Instead of going to File, Print, you can just Control P and you print the document. So there are actually lots of shortcuts, but once you have comfortable navigating the operating system, then you'll be more comfortable using those shortcuts. For example, Control F. I want to find a comment. I want to find a text. I want to find a page. Pictures, I can find it. So shortcut Control F, and I search for what I want to search for, and I get it. So those are basically, so this is basically what I wanted to go about in this module on typing. So let's not forget, I'm just going to quickly share this presentation slide. So when you're comfortable navigating your computer, you can do most of the things I'm doing. It's not magic. You just so these things are not magic. It is practice. And the more you expose yourself, the more you get to do these things, the more you expose yourself, the more you gain confidence working in this level. So just know how to position your fingers on the keyboard. So when you are typing in job interviews, in job postings that I come across online, you can look that or look indeed up. If you see some job description, some of the positions that has to do with admin, that have something to do with you working with a computer, which job does not really have you working with a computer in this modern day? Some of them, they put the number of words per minute they expect you to average in a minute. So they tell you, if you know you cannot type 50 words per minute, don't even bother to apply for the job. So you see the need to have this skill in you. You can't overemphasize it. As a student, you do your projects, seminars, you're going to type. This is a skill that will be with you till the end of your days. I hope you have enjoyed this module. If that is the case, please like this video. Please share this video. Please put in your comment. I want to know from your feedback. I want to know from your comment. I want to learn as well on how to improve my videos, on how to improve my presentations, and I can only do this with your help. Thank you, and know that you are the MVP. You are the reason why I have this coming. Thank you for your support so far. I hope to see you in module 4. Have a nice time.